with XRP around $2 today. 5x? $10 per coin, is that possible?
Yeah, I think so.
We're here to help. We believe XRP DeFi is very important, and obviously a stablecoin is a huge component of that. We would like to find a path to get real USD on Cardano.
XRP was the second cryptocurrency developed. It was developed after Bitcoin, created by Bitcoin developers themselves to solve some of the issues they found with Bitcoin with regards to scalability, energy usage.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny.
We got into cryptocurrency. That's another one I read about, a lot of conflict these days. We got into cryptocurrency because we were debanked.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good bitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP currently right around $2.32. CoinDesk to pop things off. To buy land. Department unveiled its first real estate tokenization platform on the XRP ledger, letting residents buy fractional shares and properties as part of the agency's initiative for $16 billion tokenized real estate by 2030. Coin Bureau bullish on XRP. The World Economic Forum mentions XRP ledger on its asset tokenization financial markets 2025 report. All roads lead to the bridge, the world's first combined PE and debt tokenized fund valued at $1 billion on the XRP ledger in open source and decentralized layer 1. But we got pumpiest major upgrade to the XRP ledger introduces batch transactions. The XRP ledger just leveled up. Batch transactions are now live. The powerful new feature allows users to combine multiple operations into a single transaction, dramatically improving efficiency for wallets, exchanges, and advanced apps. What it means: faster, clean, multi-step execution, reduced transaction load, huge boost for DeFi tokenization and automation of the XRP ledger. The rails are evolving and the XRP is getting in price ready, and one upgrade at a time. You're not just watching a coin, you're watching a financial OS evolve. Banks, institutions on their way to pump our bags up. We got the digital asset investor Bitcoin Maxi XRP predictions. They're pretty conservative, $8 to $10.
XRP has survived many cycles, never been a better landscape. Solana has survived multiple cycles. Sui has a great team, great fundamentals. Let's just take XRP. Price outlook for XRP in 2025. And let me preface by saying, well, let's just say Bitcoin has at least a 1.5 to 2x maybe left in it. Ethereum could be 3 to 4x, with XRP around $2 today. 5x? $10 per coin, is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. I realistically think XRP will be between $8 to $10. And considering it's 250, so that's only a 4x. But I certainly think that's possible. I think there are people that think it could go higher than that. But yeah, I think that's actually pretty conservative, $8 to $10. I think, and they have, once they get their ETFs, and there'll be many, I think that's going to help bring a lot more money into the space. So yeah, I think $8 to $10 is conservative estimate for a top.
Much higher. The Anados validator is now voting for lower reserves, specifically 0.1 XRP account-based reserves and 0.01 XRP owner reserve. If we want the better and cheaper onboarding and more users combined with batch transactions and hopefully sponsored fees, we need even lower reserves. That's why Anados Finance will also start voting for the 0.1/0.01 XRP reserve started next week. Bitcoin was the opening act. XRP is the end games.
You didn't know this about XRP.
Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency developed, and the vision set out in Satoshi Nakamoto's paper is a very compelling one, right? And it looks at creating a more sovereign, decentralized financial system and currency, right? XRP was the second cryptocurrency developed. It was developed after Bitcoin, created by Bitcoin developers themselves to solve some of the issues they found with Bitcoin with regards to scalability, energy usage, and features that Bitcoin didn't support, like decentralized exchanges, tokenization, real world assets, that sort of thing, right? So XRP and the XRP ledger offers faster transaction times and a higher scalability. Unlike Bitcoin, it's not inflationary, it's deflationary, and has a fixed supply, right? So it takes a lot of the original concepts of the Bitcoin white paper and actually implements them in a far more pragmatic and realistic way. So that's the kind of the use case for XRP to be similarly a sovereign decentralized mechanism for payments, similar to Bitcoin, in a way that can be operated outside of banks and the banking system, in a way that can't be censored, or transactions can't be seized, for example, on Bitcoin. So it shares a lot of the same.
The best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk, then we rock it. Blockchain Daily News. Watch Trump Jr. says we got into crypto because we were debanked.
I helped them set up the pipe that enabled them to go public, because the other social media platforms were canceling us. When Twitter threw my father off, we started Truth Social. So we created actual businesses as a solution to the problems that were being thrown at us. We got into cryptocurrency. That's another one I read about, a lot of conflict these days. We got into cryptocurrency because we were debanked. And so it's interesting. I mean, there's many people in this room that in the past I could have called at any time in my life, hey, I need a loan to build a building, because that's what we did. And I would have gotten a call back and a loan in about 5 minutes. All of a sudden, those people wouldn't take your calls. They wouldn't have your bank accounts. And so we did and invested in businesses.
John Squire, breaking Cardano founder, offers to support XRP DeFi by integrating RLUSD for free. We're here to help.
What we told them is, look, we're here to help. We believe XRP DeFi is very important, and obviously a stablecoin is a huge component of that. We would like to find a path to get real USD on Cardano. What they said is, in principle, it sounds interesting, but a lot of things have to be figured out about, well, how exactly would that work, and how would integration work in these other things? So, and also, do they want to go through a routing like layer 0, which is starting to happen with a lot of these guys, or do they want a direct integration and issuance with it? So we said, look, we'll do the integration for free because we like the XRP community, but it's still ongoing conversations of whether we can come to terms and if that makes sense for both parties. But we're also looking at other options for the ecosystem as a whole.
Uphold enabling financial freedom, enabling access like Ripple and XRP. Sabekis isn't just talking payment infrastructure, they're building it, on-chain payroll, real-time settlement, global scale.
What you're talking about, enabling financial freedom, enabling people of all ages to be able to access finance earlier than they would have received it beforehand, thinking about like cross-border payments and all those kind of things. It feels very, very similar to Ripple and XRP and what's going on there. But of course, there's a lot that's being built there in terms of a community and the infrastructure, but that feels like it's all very like, hey, we're building this now for tomorrow. Whereas what's going on here with Zebek is like, this is happening right now. Like, people are genuinely being able to use your tools, use your products, and access their finances like in a very, very different way today.
This really goes back to our mindset as a company. And we are an execution first company, right? We do not make big promises to the market until we can prove that they work first. That's why our M&A strategy was under wraps for the past 2 years, because we wanted to make sure that we could integrate these clients and we could deliver before sharing with the market.
The Zebek trains leaving the station. Eleanor Terada never understood why criminals are seemingly dumb enough to use blockchain to steal money, given how much of it can be traced, until a red board explained it. One of the things I love most about our Crypto America pod is I'm always learning from the incredible guests we have on. Criminals see the transparent nature of blockchain more as a feature than a bug.
So you ask about like the transparent nature of blockchains. It was literally like this. You talk about Les Miserables. It was Javert and Jean Valjean tracking funds across blockchains over years, and different obfuscation techniques, and they're hiding in darknet markets and using mixers and privacy coins, and they were doing everything they could to not get caught. Why? Well, we found out because they were sitting there in New York City and could get arrested, which they ultimately did. North Korea is very different. So they know that the blockchain is transparent, and they're just trying to move funds as fast as they can to off-ramps to use them. And when we are able to work with law enforcement to seize back funds, however much that is, they just see that as the cost of doing business. So I think that's the paradox of crypto. And I think that like, it's a little disingenuous, and I've been guilty of this. I've been out there all the time saying like, hey, you know, bad guys should never use crypto because we see every transaction. And that's true, but the reality is they can also move funds faster and in larger amounts. And that's why we have to just get better and better at what we're doing.
Fox Business just said trillions are coming to Bitcoin, and BOA told out BTC buy soon. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a holder.
Trillions of dollars in assets under management, and registered reps all over the country, financial advisors can now put people in Bitcoin. We knew it was going to make it go up. We knew the Trump administration was basically friendly to crypto. This was such an inevitable move. That's why it's gone higher now. That's probably why it's going to continue to go higher, because Bank of America, for example, the biggest bank, has not yet made that decision, and they are bound to.
Dark Defender 6-month time frame update on XRP. You can find the update 6-month chart below. XRP has broken the 6-month resistance 1 day later than our previous 6-monthly update. The resistance is 585, 1822 within the third wave. Targets 6696, 7770. Supports 2222, 18815. NFA. Another one from Dark Defender. XRP bull flag since 2015. We haven't seen anything yet. And with that being said, bad man, bad ladies, full stop. XRP, the ripple effect. Know what you hold.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny. Just think about this. Anyone who's made a payment knows that we're nowhere near that today. But imagine every financial institution settling with every other financial institution in seconds for less than a penny, any asset. That's fundamentally transformative. We have the technology to do it. Now we just need to figure out how to drive the adoption. And of course, there's all the challenges with, there's incumbents, there's regulation, there's inertia, you know, there's the big players who are really trying to defend, you know, if you're one of the largest banks in the world, you want to push pause or stop on technology because you're in the lead. So of course, like, you know, you say you love technology, but obviously, you know,
all the money, all the value, and the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list, where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. See you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed round.